Hello, welcome to my channel. Happy Wednesday. I hope everybody's day has been glorious and grand, that you've allowed yourself some self-love and self-care, and that you were kind to others. The last part I can't say for my own self today because I have not been kind to others. In fact, I was very unkind to one person directly. Looked them in the eye, called them a name. I kind of don't feel bad about it yet. Sorry. Another person I wasn't super kind to, but more so in a sense of, I think, along the lines of egotism. Might have hurt their pride a little bit, maybe. And that had to be done. And I mean, that had to be done, right? I mean, when you try to explain to somebody that, no, it's not something that I'm interested in or something I want to do, or oh, sorry, the cat wants in because her window isn't good enough to see. I'm in a mood. I want to talk about it. I want to talk to you about it. First, I want to ask you some questions. Like, just changing my, I want my slippers on. Okay, just want my slippers on and my hair down. I'm making myself some fish and chips because I got lazy all of a sudden. I decided I just wasn't cooking. I don't know who I'm trying to tell I'm not cooking because I live alone. Well, I live with my cat. She doesn't eat my food. Never mind getting off topic and sideways here. I want to talk to you about this pandemic. I want to know a few things, actually. First, I want to know is, are you kind to others during this pandemic? Are you a fuckwad? Yeah, I said it. Are you taking a minute to make sure that you're aware that everybody else in this world, hence the word pan, is going through the same thing? Are you an anti-masker? Question number 2. And if you are, which is totally okay, I mean, you do you, I'll do me. I'm not an anti-masker. I wear a mask. My parents are old, and if they catch this, they will die. I don't want that. So it needs washed. I wore it today. My food's gonna be ready. Hang on. Okay, I get my foods. I don't have a fork. I don't have a fork. Okay, so, oh, I touched that mask. I gotta wash my hands. Can you hang on 1 second, please? Okay, so I touched the mask. The counter was counting down, so I paused you, washed my hands, got the foods, came here, touched the mask again. Sugar pops. It's okay, we're clean. Good. Okay, so my question was, are you an anti-masker? I don't care if you are. You do you, I'll do me. I wear a mask. I'm not going to touch it again. If you are an anti-masker, y'all sheeple people person, I'm not a sheeple. I just happen to really, really, really love my parents and my kids. So I'm going to take the precautions. Hot sauce on my fish. Oh boy. That I need to do so that everybody's here when the shit's over. Anyway, back to, if you are an anti-masker, are you considerate? Yep. I want to know. So please, make comments. Answer my questions, please. Because I'm noticing that most anti-maskers are not considerate. They're not kind. They sure as fucking compassionate. Can't be. Because you don't give a fuck about anybody but your own self. You have to have compassion to care about anybody but your own self. So, because the anti-maskers that I encountered Monday night when I went to go pick up my restock, yeah, no, they not considerate. They were not kind, and they were definitely not compassionate. On a few different occasions, and I'm wondering now, as I think back to the whole thing, I'm wondering now if they were like a group, like, you know, the protesters that go down the street, hundreds of them with signs and no mask, you know, those guys, the ones that show up at rallies and woohoo, and then like 3 days later, over half of them are dying from COVID. You know those people? Okay, so I'm wondering if they were a group, and if they were deliberately doing this because they did not have masks on. They were going the opposite way of all the arrows, and every aisle that I went down, and yes, I had my mask on, and yes, I was following the arrows. It's not no secret that I'm going to protect mine, and I'm the caregiver of my parents. Anyhow, I feel like, as an anti-masker and an anti-COVID believer, or not really sure what it is you're trying to, what point you're trying to get across. I'm still trying to grasp that. If you're, I don't believe in immunization, or if you're just, I will not follow anything to do with the government, or if it's, I won't wear a mask because I have medical conditions, or I don't know. Okay, I'm still trying to figure out what your cause is. But I do know that I'm getting really fucking tired of you making me feel uncomfortable and feeling like I have no right to be out getting food bits that I need to restock. I couldn't get any closer to those mustards on the shelf, trying to like just really give you the width, because you need to be 3 people wide, 3 people wide, you know, pushing your buggy with your elbows out and walking down the middle the wrong way. I'm a fucking germaphobe normally. Okay, so this would have wigged me out whether there's a pandemic or not. I would have been over the top. What the fuck is wrong with you? You know? Are you that ignorant? The video before this that I stopped because I already started this. Okay, I used a couple words that are not politically correct. I actually used the R word. That was my question. Are you R? You know, but let me just go with, you know, other words. Inconsiderate, rude, selfish, arrogant, self-entitled. You know, so I was letting it go. I really was. And then today, I take my mom to her glaucoma appointment because she has glaucoma, and there's some appointments that you have to go out there for. Okay, so I take her there, you know, and because if she doesn't see this doctor and if she doesn't get her medication, she will lose her sight sooner than she already is. So anyway, with the drops and the sunshine, it was very bright, and she couldn't see. So there was this big post, and I put her hands on it, and I said, wait here, I'll go get the car. Now, don't move, because if you go this way, you're going to get run over by a car, because that's where the roadway is. And if you go this way, pedestrians are going to run you over, because, they just don't seem to care. People don't seem to care at all. Masks, no masks. They just don't care. And my point of this is it's a fucking pandemic, you guys. Everybody in the world is done. We're all tired of it. We're all sick of it. We're all fucking finished with it. Every one of us. We all want to go on travels. We all want to go camping. We all want to go to the beach. We all want to go visit our loved ones and our friends. Every fucking one of us. Every one of us. Kids would love to have friends because they need that shit to grow properly. But it's not the way the world is right now, is it? So let's all get ignorant and uptight and rude and ignorant, and start treating each other even worse than we did before. And just blatantly walk up to somebody wearing a mask who obviously is feeling like they should cover. You don't know why. You have no idea why. My reasons, and then at the pharmacy, they're wearing fucking protective eyewear now, and I'm like, okay, so what are you saying or not saying now, Mr. Government Man? Does it matter? No. What matters is we need to pull together as a people. I don't know why I bothered with that. We need to pull together as a human race. As a fucking species. I'm gonna start getting violent with you fuckers. Is what's gonna happen. I am gonna lose my ever-loving shit. And I am going to throat punch you. Drop you where your anti-mask face is. Can meet your anti-masked ass on the floor. Because I'm fucking tired of your bullshit. You do you. You want to play that game, you go right the fuck ahead. But please, stop a minute. Wait for us who do play the game. You don't know why I play the game. Well, if you follow me, then you probably do. My parents are old and I look after them. So play the game to keep them safe. Okay? I play the game so that I can go up and see my grandsons and my daughter. I play the game because I really do love my family and I really do enjoy spending time with them. So take a fucking minute. Wait until I clear that aisle, and then you can go through and you can cough and sneeze and fart and lick all the things you want. Okay? You can be as blatant as you want, but take a minute and be considerate of other people because you are not alone on this planet. You fuckwad. Sorry, I'm resorting to name calling because I'm pissed off. I'm angry. I had a cab driver trying to fucking take me out after he pulls over. And then when I'm driving down the roadway, he goes to pull out, almost hits me, looks me in the eye and gives me a dirty look. Oh, yeah? Oh, fucking moron. Because you are. You didn't look, you didn't shoulder check, you didn't signal, you didn't do nothing. You just start driving like you're the only fucking person on this planet. I'm off topic. I'm off my point. I was going to ask you questions that I wanted you to answer. Mask wearer? No, not a mask wearer? No skin off my ass either way. Are you considerate? Are you kind? Are you compassionate? That'll be skin off my ass if you're not. You do you. But if you are going to endanger other people while you do you, you deserve to be throat punched. I don't know what else to say. Go out into your rallies. Do your preps. Do your walking down the street in groups of hundreds with no masks. Show up at your conventions. Do whatever the fuck it is you're going to do with no masks. Okay? But there's a sign on that door that says mandatory. Do you know what that means? They're not giving you an option. It's not a suggestion. It's not like, you know, I had a husband that used to tell me that speed limits were just suggestions. They're not suggestions. They're mandatory. You know, and then you have the nerve to get pissed off when you're denied entry. Do you feel the same way when you go into a restaurant with no shoes and no shirt and you're denied service? Or do you think about it and go back to your car and put a shirt on? I bet you do. What is the difference? Really, please tell me. Another question. What is the difference? No shirt, no shoes, no service. No shirt, no shoes, no mask, no service. What is the difference? I don't know. I don't know. You know, have I made a doctor's appointment? No. No, I have not. My poor mother over there suffers from COPD. All the things. She hasn't been able to breathe properly in a long time, and this air is not helping with all these fires and the pollens. So she gets a hold of her doctor, who refers her to a specialist, a lung specialist. Okay, so this lung specialist decides to do a consult by phone. How can you assess anybody over the fucking phone? You know, your medical term and your medical thought is not the same as a layman. Okay? Us normal people that didn't go to fucking medical school. Okay? You know, so you ask her a few questions and she answered you the best she could. And I gave her shit. I finally just said, just read out and say no. Can you walk a block? Yeah, she can walk a block. Can she do it in one walk? No. Does she stop and catch her breath after like 10 steps? Always. Always. She cannot breathe. She cannot breathe properly. Tell you what, I'll call you back in August and we'll reassess. But whatever, man. You know what? No, I'm not going to the doctor, and don't even ask me, okay? And no, I'm not going to tell you guys what went sideways because I'm pissed off at other people right now and you don't get to know. And no, just no. 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 And I'm blaming you guys for the people that fucked me over in the groceries. I'm blaming you guys for the cab driver and his inconsideration. I'm blaming you guys for that specialist that blew my mom off. That's not fair. Is it? Everybody else in the world is doing it. Why can't I? Oh, really? Everybody else in the world gets to be a fucker. Why can't I? Me first. Me first. You know, and not in a positive, loving way. Just fuck you all. Me first. I'm going to sit here and eat my food that I don't even want. Because you know what? Fuck you. Don't wear your mask. I don't care. But don't you dare bitch that this goes on for another 2 fucking years. You shut your mouth. You shut your fucking mouth. You don't want to wear a mask. You don't want to wash your hands. Don't. but you shut your fucking mouth. It's the same as if you don't vote, you don't say a fucking thing about the government. You don't have the right. You have to earn that. But it's again, those are my rights. Those are my rights. Are they? Those are also your rights. If you don't participate, you don't get to say. You don't vote, you don't get to say. Those are also rights. I'm so sick of this world. I'm so sick of this fucking planet. I am so sick of the human race. I am so sick of ugly people. I really am. You know, this channel was a fluke. I found this channel by fluke. And then I believe in opportunities, and I believe in openings, and I believe in windows. I believe things happen for a reason. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to stay. I'm going to share my story because it's been something on my heart for, 27 years that I should share my story because, I mean, even if I just help one person, stay sober, get sober, become sober, see that there's more to life after an addiction, that, yeah, it's not easy and there's still struggles and, things are hard sometimes, but just keep going forward because in the end, you actually do win the battle, only to have one thing after another happen to us on this planet, It's not fair and or right for any one of you to feel like it's okay to step on other people to get what you want or to perform however you want or to do whatever it is you think that you want to do. Your entitlement does not give you, your sense of entitlement does not give you carte blanche to treat others poorly. Okay? It doesn't. And when somebody says no, they mean no. Period. When somebody's body language is away from you, stop and check yourself because obviously you're doing something to make them uncomfortable. And it's not okay. You sick and twisted person. I have a video up there. It's an apology to all the rapists. I think I'm going to rename it. Let me apologize for all us 97%ers because you know what? It's not just sexual anymore. It's in all areas. Like, this world is so broken and so sick. So you just keep being negative and you keep being the asshole that you are and you keep doing the things that you're doing and then wonder why the world is the way it is and why this pandemic won't go away. You keep asking yourself that.